The year is 476 AD. The Western Roman Empire has fallen into dust. For more than 1,500 years, Rome's armies had swept across 3 continents, conquering vast territories and forcing millions of people under their rule. Now, its legions are gone, its palaces are abandoned, and its emperors are nothing but a fading memory. So this must be the end of Rome, right? Well, not exactly. You see, empires rise and fall like the tides, but their legacies live on long after their banners are lowered. The spirit of Rome's accomplishments lives on in our world today. In fact, it flows through our world like the veins of an ancient giant. Let's go back in time and discover some of the many ways Rome still lives on. Government, politics, and law. Picture this. The year is 509 BC. Rome is not yet an empire. It's just a small city-state. But it's about to change everything. That's because in 509 BC, the Romans overthrew their king and established the Roman Republic. This moment marked the dawn of a new way to govern. Instead of having a king who inherited his power, Rome placed its governance in the hands of elected officials, and at the center of this system stood the Senate, a group of wise elder statesmen who provided counsel and guidance to the Republic's leaders. Now, the idea of a Senate was unique back then. But guess what? The word Senate still echoes in the halls of power today. Every country that has a Senate, from the United States to Spain to Canada, owes this tradition to ancient Rome. But Rome's most enduring gift to the world might be its legal principles. Roman jurists, those brilliant legal minds, developed some groundbreaking ideas. One of the most influential was the principle of innocent until proven guilty. Today, this seems like common sense, but back then, it was revolutionary. They also championed the right to a fair trial and equality before the law. And guess what? Many of these rights are woven into the fabric of our justice systems today. The U.S. Constitution, for instance, borrows heavily from Roman law principles, ensuring that our courts uphold the principles of justice and fairness. Architecture and engineering. As you stroll through the ruins of Rome, it's hard not to be amazed by what stands the test of time. Think of the Pantheon, the Colosseum, or the aqueducts. These structures weren't just built, they were feats of engineering brilliance. First up, the aqueducts. You see, clean water is essential for any thriving city, but getting it from one place to another can be tricky. Enter the aqueduct. Romans built a network of over 500 miles of aqueducts, delivering fresh water from distant springs to Rome's public fountains and baths. How did they do it? With the arch. The arch was Rome's secret weapon against gravity. By placing wedge-shaped stones in a curved pattern, they created structures that could support each other, making it possible to channel water uphill. Talk about ingenious. Then there's the Colosseum, a monumental amphitheater that could hold over 50,000 spectators. This iconic structure wasn't just for entertainment. It was a symbol of Rome's wealth and power. The Colosseum showcased everything from athletic competitions to mock naval battles. The Romans even used innovative materials like concrete to create the world's first massive dome. And let's not forget about Roman roads. Over 200,000 miles of roads connected the far reaches of the empire, facilitating trade, communication, and military movement. These roads, many of which we still use today, are a testament to Roman engineering prowess. Roads and infrastructure. Imagine trying to travel during the days of the Roman Empire. You'd need to brave muddy trails, rocky terrain, and treacherous rivers. But if you found yourself on a Roman road, life would be much easier. See, Roman roads were like the superhighways of the ancient world. They were straight, smooth, and durable. They were also well maintained with regular inspections and repairs. Plus, there were rest stops along the way, offering travelers a place to refresh. The Romans even had a postal service that delivered messages and packages throughout the empire. So whether you were a merchant traveling to a new market, a soldier on campaign, or a senator heading to the Senate, the Roman road network made your journey smoother. In fact, you could travel from London to Rome without finding a road that wasn't paved by the Romans. Today, many of these Roman roads are still in use, silently connecting the past with the present. Language and writing. Throughout history, there have been countless languages, But what if I told you that one ancient language is still spoken in some form around the world? Latin, the language of ancient Rome, isn't just a dead language locked in history books. It's the backbone of several living languages. For instance, Italian, Spanish, French, and Portuguese all have roots in Latin. Even English, with its Germanic origins, has borrowed thousands of Latin words. When you read words like video, status, audience, human, or justice, you're using words that owe their existence to the Latin language. And the impact of Latin extends beyond spoken words. The Roman alphabet, which includes the letters A, B, C, Z, is a gift that keeps on giving. It's the foundation of many alphabets used around the world. In fact, if you're watching this video, you're reading in an alphabet that can be traced back to Rome. Culture, philosophy, and knowledge. Rome wasn't just a powerhouse of infrastructure. It was a melting pot of cultures. As the empire expanded, so did the diversity of its population. People from different parts of the empire came together in Rome, bringing their customs, beliefs, and knowledge with them. This cultural fusion gave rise to a society that celebrated debate, discussion, and the exchange of ideas. Public debates, forums, libraries, and theaters were common sights in Roman cities. Citizens were encouraged to think critically, question norms, and engage with others. This emphasis on ideas and open discussions laid the groundwork for some of the most significant advancements in philosophy, literature, and science during the Renaissance. The rebirth of classical learning in Europe was largely fueled by rediscovered Roman texts. Writers like Cicero, Seneca, and Virgil inspired generations of thinkers and artists. The Roman commitment to knowledge preservation paved the way for the scientific revolution and the Enlightenment. Religion and spiritual legacy. Few know that the story of Christianity is deeply intertwined with the legacy of Rome. Despite initially persecuting Christians for their new religious beliefs, Rome later embraced Christianity as its state religion. This marked a pivotal shift not only for the empire, but for the course of world history. The influence of Christianity spread across Europe and beyond, shaping cultures and societies, establishing schools, hospitals, and charities. Religious orders played a vital role in preserving knowledge during the Middle Ages. As monasteries and convents copied ancient texts, they ensured that works of Roman literature, philosophy, and science survived for future generations. The Christian values instilled in Roman law principles like natural law and the dignity of the human person continue to resonate in legal systems worldwide. Military and strategy. If you've ever watched a historical drama set in ancient Rome, you've probably seen scenes of disciplined soldiers marching in formation or defending the empire's borders. The Roman military wasn't just large in size, but also highly efficient and innovative. Soldiers were trained to fight in formation, a tactic that is still taught in many modern militaries. They understood the importance of intelligence, reconnaissance, and logistics, employing strategies that are still relevant today. The Romans also kept detailed records of their military operations, which helped future generations learn from their victories and defeats. Roman military terminology still echoes in today's armed forces. Words like centurion and legion are part of the Roman military vocabulary. During the Renaissance, Roman military writings were studied to develop new military strategies and tactics. Military leaders like Julius Caesar and Hannibal Barca are still studied for their innovative approaches to warfare. And there you have it. Rome may have fallen to the relentless march of time, but its contributions to our world are timeless. From the foundations of law to the grandeur of architecture, from the evolution of language to the spirit of exploration, Rome's influence is deeply woven into the fabric of our modern existence. And as we continue to build upon the achievements of those who came before us, let us not forget the enduring legacy of Rome. So tell me, what aspects of ancient Rome fascinated you the most? Share your thoughts below, and let's keep the conversation going. Thank you for joining me on this journey through time. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more. Together, let's explore the stories that shaped our world. Until next time, stay curious, stay engaged, and above all, stay informed.